Happy Saturday, and I'm making a video vlog on this next topic. And this next topic is about a open forum debate that the Indianapolis Star held this past Thursday here in Indianapolis on August the 18th. What was weird about it, it was never publicized. But before we get to what led up to that, was let's go back and look at all the drama in this country over guns, gun ownership, and how a newspaper like the Indianapolis Star has conducted itself and its writers and its editorial boards. I mean, myself as a blogger, I read the editorial boards across the nation. You read opinions, but you also want your side published too. It's called publishing the facts. And the Indianapolis Star has taken a stance on guns as being what I call progressive Puritans. What do I mean by that? They'll blame the normal while worshiping the sinners. And here's more about it. When you have a gun situation, say in a very poor neighborhood, and you see a gun was used in a homicide, the Indianapolis Star writers, editorial boards, or a national situation, say a national shooting, they will not address the sinner, i.e. the shooter. They will address gun owners who are law-abiding citizens, who take care of their firearms, and they will wave their finger in their face and say, we need more gun laws, we need more regulations, we need more comprehensive background checks. They don't even know what background checks are. I mean, there's just a standard bearer background checks. There's no secret super duper database on background checks, but they'll say all the right words and all the key words, but they will never ever go into detail about how to get this done. What rights are they willing to violate to get this perfect background check utopia and this perfect guns off the street utopia? They won't address any of the factors leading into it, like people who use firearms in a felony barely get any jail time on that. Something gun owners feverishly want the rules changed on. And I'm going to give you an example here on it. This was an article, just to give you background, in spring of 2014, the NRA blessed our city with bringing their national convention to the town. 70,000 plus came to Indianapolis to meet vendors, to get different ideas on things. Matt Tolley from the Indianapolis Star on January 23rd, 2014 came out with a article called "The NRA is Coming to Indy with Holsters On." And briefly, he says, "Oh, good, the National Rifle Association is coming to town, because if there's anything Indianapolis needs, it's more guns, right?" And he's being very cynical. He's one of the progressive Puritans of the Star that they, he'll just throw out big whoppers out there, and if you challenge him, he emotionally is offended. So leading up to, so let's get back to now what happened. So on August 17th, I was listening to a local radio host by the name of Tony Katz. He's on in the morning. Yeah, he's conservative. He covers a lot of national topics, a lot of local topics. Well, on August 17th, I heard all of a sudden that there was this debate set. Well, what led to this debate was after the Orlando shooting, the Indianapolis Star came out with an editorial as a newspaper itself, and let me bring it up here. This was on June 22nd, 2016. It was an editorial, so it's by the whole newspaper. "Let's have the courage to hold a gun debate." All right, let's do that. Let's hold a gun debate. Gun owners, for the most part, are very, very conscientious on laws that are on the books, federal, local, state. They know what states they can travel to while carrying. They know concealed carry. They make it sound like we're just heathens going out in the night with our guns loaded. But in this article, it talks about all the shootings as far as back as 2007. And, they talk about the horrific massacre by the ISIS jihadists gunmen in the Orlando nightclub, purposely killing gay people. And here's a paragraph. Every time such an outrageous act of violence breaks, we vow as a nation that things must change, that new laws must be passed, that must not be complacent in the face of the unacceptable. But then time passes and our collective attention shifts elsewhere. Gun owners' attentions have never shifted anywhere. They they vehemently give money to the NRA or other legal groups in protecting their rights. So, it was articles like this. Well, Tony Katz, if I remember correctly, threw down the gauntlet a day or two later and said, "Yeah, let's have this conversation. Let's make it public." Well, Indianapolis Star didn't make it public, only a few days out, and that's them just being the newspaper that they are. And so I heard about this debate on the 18th. And Tony Katz actually tweeted this debate out on the 16th, August 16th. The Indianapolis Star never promoted this. This is a newspaper that, is wanting to throw down the gauntlet and finally get this debate with gun owners out. And they chicken shit their way out of it. I mean, there's no other professional way of saying it. I went back on their Twitter page, on their Twitter feed, the Indianapolis Star, at Indy Star on Twitter. I went all the way back to the 15th. There was never one single tweet about this gun debate and where you could get your tickets. Until this, they had, I'm going through my notes here. So this is a tweet on One Nation. This was by One Nation on August 18th, 6:06 p.m. 54 minutes before, or actually it was right 6 minutes after the debate happened. So then all of a sudden the Indianapolis Star on Twitter, and Indy Star was retweeting this, Suzette Hackney, Jeff Taylor, Bill Cannon, the Indy Star, Tim Swarns, Amy Bartner, Bill Cannon, Tim Swarns. I mean, these are all people who work for the Indianapolis Star, just all of a sudden start live tweeting the event. So I don't understand their editorial philosophy. They wimped out of what could possibly been a good gun debate. I mean, the people that were there said it was just stories. Someone, they had the IMPD chief there, Riggs, and Riggs, he's kind of wishy-washy. He'll say, if community and law enforcement work together, Indy can be the safe community. But he also says some whoppers like Indianapolis is the most, in Indianapolis it's the easiest to get a gun. But it was just all stories, and it just amazes me that the Indianapolis Star put on this event and never once publicized it until right up during the time of the event. So I just wanted to video vlog on that and just how much, just kind of how shady they are. But that's the new Indianapolis Star for you. And one more note. For this video vlog, I contacted the editor of the Indianapolis Star. So no one can say, I didn't try to pull a quote for this or anything like that. I tried to contact him, and I did it through Twitter. I said, can you answer a question about why you did it this way? So thanks for watching this post. Talk to you later.